Hi guys, so the Labour Party are split at the moment, or perhaps you could say the Labour Party has been split for decades. But 2019 saw the divisions on full display, and those wounds have yet to heal. Labour leader Keir Starmer, it seems, has been avoiding his critics, but he was unable to avoid this one. Owen Jones, for those who don't know him, is a Jeremy Corbyn supporter who has been extremely critical not just of Starmer but also of his team. He has a massive platform online and has been invited to speak on a number of media outlets. Have a listen to Keir's response to being called a conman by Owen Jones.
I mean, I'll show you a little clip of Owen Jones, who's on this show a lot. Have a look at this.
Keir Starmer is a professional political conman. He has brazenly, overtly delivered the exact opposite of what he said he would be as Labour leader. I know his army of supporters online, the most tedious, ridiculous Waitrose customers that you will ever come across. They think it's all fine. But the fact is, that is the truth. He is a con man. He is not someone anyone can trust.
I'm not focused on Owen. I'm sorry, Owen. I know Owen. I like Owen. I'm not focused on Owen.
You're focused on Waitrose customers.
No. I'm focused intently on winning the next general election. Because we can talk about what we're going to do uphill and down dale. Until we win an election, we won't do it. The Labour Party's lost 4 elections in a row. Owen was a cheerleader of the last attempt and we failed. If we carry on like that, we are letting millions of people down. So I took a decision to take the Labour Party from where we were when I took over, which was the worst general election defeat since 1935, change the Labour Party, make it face the voters and talk about what they wanted to talk about, put practical ideas on the table. How do you pay your bills this winter? Who's going to pay for it? In the hope that we can get a Labour government, because we desperately need a change. And that is what I'm absolutely determined to bring about.
Okay, I'm going to try and be as objective as possible here. Now, was Owen Jones correct? Well, in a sense, yes, he was. Keir Starmer, when he ran for Labour leader, he made certain promises. He talked about uniting the party. He talked about carrying on the goals and aspirations of Jeremy Corbyn. Did he uphold those? Well, no, he didn't. So is he a con man? Well, it depends on your point of view. Now, the goal here has to be, and it always has to be, to get the Tories out. You can't compare. I know some people will say, well, he's just a red Tory. There's no difference between Keir Starmer and Boris Johnson, or there's no difference between Keir Starmer and Liz Truss. And on some issues, yes, you're right. But for example, the Labour Party a few months ago brought forward a motion to end raw sewage being pumped into the sea. And every single Tory voted against it. So there's a difference. The Labour Party brought in a motion 2 years ago to provide free school meals to children. And every single Tory, apart from maybe 1 or 2, voted against it. So yes, is Keir Starmer a wonderful individual who's going to deliver sunlit uplands? No, he's not. Does he have faults? He has massive faults. I'm extremely critical of him. But what is the alternative? The alternative is Liz Truss. The alternative is Boris Johnson. The alternative is Rishi Sunak. More and more Tory rule. Is Keir Starmer going to nationalise the railways? I don't think so. Should he nationalise the railways? Yes, he should. I think Keir Starmer should do a lot of things, but he won't do them. But what is the alternative? It's in some people's minds, I understand that they are deeply concerned. They're deeply hurt. They had hoped that he would carry on as before. He would respect the legacy of Jeremy Corbyn. I know that there is also belief within the Labour Party and its supporters that he has betrayed the party, that he's more interested in power than actually improving the lives of people. I don't think that's the case. I think he's a deeply flawed individual. I think he has serious problems, but I think he's he wants to do the right thing. Now, does that involve going as far as I would want him to go? No, it doesn't. But really, during a cost of living crisis, where you have people unable to pay their bills, people who are deciding to cut back on food, where schools are risking closing, where businesses are going to the wall, people are being laid off, and the response from the Tories is tax cuts, the alternative has to be better. And I think whatever your feelings about Keir Starmer, you have to look at what's the current situation. Who are the incumbent? Boris Johnson now being replaced by Liz Truss. Liz Truss is the face of Britain at the moment. She will be the face of Britain going forward. It will be her policies. And some of the policies that are probably in the pipeline are even worse than Boris Johnson's. Ending the ability to strike. Ending the ability to protest. I don't believe any critic of Keir Starmer would say that he would support such action. I think they would be lying to themselves if they said that he would try to ban protests or ban strikes, that he would support pumping raw sewage into the sea, he would support cuts to universal credit or cuts to benefits for people on disability. He wouldn't support those things, and I would like to hear from somebody who thinks that he would and provide some evidence to support that. Is Keir Starmer perfect? Absolutely not. Is the current Labour Party perfect? Absolutely not. But the choice is not a perfect Labour Party and a corrupt Tory party. It's a corrupt Tory party and something better. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.